Good evening. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa congratulated Bahraini youth. All rights entitled for children born to Bahraini mothers married to foreigners. MPs demanded ban on e-shishas and e-cigarettes in Bahrain. COVID-19 rules for entering UAE by land updated. Saudi resumes visa on arrival for US, UK and Schengen visa holders.
News in detail. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa congratulated Bahraini youth. His Majesty the King's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, hailed Bahraini youngsters' efforts to honor the kingdom across all fields. The Kingdom of Bahrain is thriving thanks to the devotion of its youth and moving forward on the path of development at various levels, he said in a text message addressed to all Bahraini youngsters on their mobile phones marking Bahraini Youth Day, which fell on March 25th. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa also sent the message to all government employees through their emails. In line with His Majesty the King's directives, educational area renamed as Bahraini Youth Avenue. The educational area in Isa town has been renamed as the Bahraini Youth Avenue. The move follows directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to name an avenue after Bahraini youths. The renaming ceremony was attended by Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Minister Yassam bin Abdullah Khalaf and Youth and Sports Affairs Minister Ayman bin Tawfiq Al Mayed. In addition to officials from both ministries, on the occasion, Work Minister said that His Majesty the King's directives to name an avenue after Bahraini youth confirms the royal appreciation for Bahraini youngsters, contributions to serving their nation and fruitful efforts to take part in building a prosperous future for the kingdom at all levels. The minister indicated that the educational area was renamed as Bahraini Youth Avenue because it hosts many schools, universities and educational institutions. All rights entitled for children born to Bahraini mothers married to foreigners. Children born to Bahraini mothers married to foreigners are eligible for free education and health care even while their nationality documents are under process, affirmed a top government official. Supreme Council for Women Assistant Secretary General Sheikha Dina bint Rashid Al Khalifa said such children are entitled to all rights from day one, irrespective of their mother applying for their nationality or otherwise. MPs demanded on e-shishas and e-cigarettes in Bahrain. MPs have called for a ban on import, trade and distribution of electronic shishas and e-cigarettes in Bahrain. They have also demanded tough action against outlets serving and selling tobacco for children aged under 18. Festival to mark Bahraini Youth Day for Future Entrepreneurs. The kingdom's future entrepreneurs were celebrated yesterday in a first-of-its-kind family fun festival to mark Bahraini Youth Day. The two-day Injaz Bahrain Youth Festival, which kicked off on Thursday at Water Garden City in Sif, was officially inaugurated by Injaz Bahrain chairperson Sheikha Hessa bint Khalifa Al Khalifa. 2 months ban on fishing crab in Bahrain. The ban aims to stop fishing during the breeding period to preserve marine wealth and biodiversity in the territorial waters of Bahrain. Marine control teams will start monitoring to prevent violations or abuses of the decision and ensure that Bahrain's marine wealth is protected. Today's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
After 2 years, India to resume regular international flights from March 27th. India will finally allow scheduled international flights to resume from March 27th, 2 years after they were suspended. While expensive air bubble arrangements with 37 key destination countries ensured global connectivity during this period, regular flight resumption was avoided for two reasons: more connectivity choices leading to lower fares. The Ukraine conflict will, however, cast its shadow on these expectations. Top travel industry officials say regular flight fares will definitely be much lower than exorbitant bubble charges, but they are unlikely to be close to their pre-pandemic levels, as crude oil is now close to the $140 mark and rupee has crashed below 77 mark to the US dollar. Jet fuel prices globally are at 14-year high. The Embassy of India to the Kingdom of Bahrain organized virtual open house on 25th March 2022. Indian Ambassador His Excellency Shri Piyush Srivastava interacted with the local Indian community members as well as the associations directly regarding consular and labor issues. Ambassador expressed happiness at the significant opening up and removal of COVID restrictions in Bahrain, which is also reflecting Government of Bahrain's excellent handling of COVID-19 pandemic. Ambassador hoped to organize next open house in physical or hybrid format. Ambassador expressed his gratitude to the local government authorities, including Labour Market Regulatory Authority and Immigration Authorities, as well as appreciation to Indian associations including ICRF, World NRI Council and Budaya Gurudwara for support and assistance in resolving a number of issues concerning community members. Ambassador also thanked the Indian businessmen for their support to the needy Indian nationals. Ambassador interacted with the Indian community and briefed them about the general positive developments on urgent common issues being faced by Indian nationals, and also listened and redressed specific consular and labor issues of community members present at the open house. Samskriti Bahrain organizes an online speech contest in English next month. The contest is conducted under the patronage of the Indian Embassy in Bahrain. The theme of the speech contest is Self-Reliant India. The contest for Indian students from across the GCC and India will be held in 3 phases by a team of experts. The target number of contestants is 2,000. The details of the contest were announced during a press conference held today at Indian Delight Restaurant by the organizers. The contest will be held under 2 categories, 10 to 14 years and 14 plus to 18 years. The contest is only open to Indian students currently residing in one of the Middle East countries and India. The preliminary rounds will be held at the respective countries on 8th, 9th and 10th April. Shortlisted contestants from the preliminary will enter the semi-finals, which will be held on 22nd, 23rd and 24th of April. The finale of the speech contest will be held on 1st May. The winners will be awarded with trophies and certificates, and all participants will be awarded with certificates. For free registration and all further detail, see the website of Samskriti Bahrain or contact in 36462046 or 39104176. Last date for registration is 31st March 2022. COVID-19 rules for entering UAE by land updated. People arriving in the United Arab Emirates through land points and regardless of their vaccination status will no longer have to present a negative pre-arrival PCR test under new rules. However, the rules to be applied starting Tuesday require them to undertake the rapid exponential deep examination and wait for the result before they are allowed entry into the country. All the vehicle occupants have to perform the rapid exponential deep examination as a precondition to enter the country. The National Emergency Crisis and Disasters Management Authority and the Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customs and Port Security announced. The two authorities also stressed the need to adhere to the Green Pass protocol upon entering various events, tourist and cultural sites, and other places that require the presentation of Green Pass as precondition for entry. Now we will be back after a very short break.
16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Saudi resumes visa on arrival for US, UK and Schengen visa holders. Saudi Arabia has resumed the visa on arrival program for holders of valid visas for the US, UK and Schengen area, effective immediately. Citizens of any country who hold one of the 3 visas and who are traveling on one of the country's national carriers can receive a 12-month tourism visa on arrival in Saudi Arabia without needing to apply in advance. They must have used the visa at least once to enter the issuing country or region in order to qualify for a visa on arrival. Visitors will also need to purchase COVID-19 insurance, which they can do at any of Saudi Arabia's international airports. Women can now apply for the post of Saudi border guards. Saudi Arabia announced on Thursday that it has opened admission and registration for females to join the border guards at the rank of private. Applications for admission will be received from Saturday, March 26th at 10 a.m. until Thursday, March 31st, 10 a.m. through the jobs section on the Abshar portal. Abu Dhabi to open Natural History Museum in 2025. Officials in Abu Dhabi have confirmed that the Natural History Museum will open in the capital of the UAE. The museum, currently under construction, will be completed at the end of 2025 and is located in the Emirates' Saadiyat Cultural District. The new museum, which will reportedly be the largest of its kind in the region, will take visitors on a 13.8 billion year journey with thought-provoking perspective into a sustainable future for planet Earth. Jeddah hosts F1 STC Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2022. Less than 4 months on from its accelerating debut, the brand new Jeddah Corniche circuit has once again opened its gates to F1 drivers, teams and fans for the Formula One STC Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2022. Formula One's visit marks its second to the Red Sea coastal circuit following an inaugural race in December, where Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen dramatically battled it out under the lights, with the former's thrilling victory ensuring that they entered the final race of the season 11 on points. Friday's lineup of events on and off track is said to be incredibly busy and full of memorable experiences for fans visiting the world's newest, longest and fastest street circuit. On track, drivers will take part in the first 2 free practice sessions to adjust to the challenges posed by the Jeddah track and to test out the new 2022 cars before the all-important qualifying session. Saudi explorers first to reach bottom of volcanic cave. A group of 5 Saudi adventurers have become the first to reach the bottom of a volcanic cave in the west of the kingdom. The men documented their journey into Markar al-Shayahin cave in Harat Khaybar. It is one of the largest volcanic fields in the kingdom, located north of Medina in the Hijaz region. The Markar al-Shayahin cave is thought to be the largest cave in the country. It's more than 3 kilometers in length, 22 meters high and 18 meters wide in places. India and China agree to disagree on line of actual control as India seeks border peace and China long-term view. India pressed China for an early and complete disengagement of troops in the remaining areas along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh, as Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar and NSA Ajit Doval met Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi Friday, saying normalization of the border situation is a prerequisite for normalization of ties. India and China agreed that restoring peace in border areas is in the common interest of the 2 countries. Differences remained, though, as Jaishankar conveyed to Wang India's national sentiment that friction arising from China's deployments since April 2020 cannot be reconciled with a normal relationship, and Wang called for a long-term view, saying India and China as mature countries should allow border issues to affect the overall development of ties. While there was no breakthrough for any major announcement, Wang's visit was seen as significant, and the meetings with Doval and Jaishankar were described as cordial, open and candid. Wang and China was looking forward to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's participation in the BRICS summit later this year and invited Doval to China for carrying forward the mandate of the special representatives on India-China boundary question. Doval responded positively and said he could visit China as soon as the immediate issues are resolved. Oil prices steady and talks begin over Ukraine crisis. Oil prices were steady on Thursday as the US President met other Western leaders and investors waited to see how sanctions would be tightened on Russia over its invasion of Ukraine. US President Biden and European leaders plan to announce additional sanctions against Russia. Sanctions were unlikely to have a major impact on the oil market because they will probably not include an oil embargo by the European Union, as a number of countries that are heavily dependent on Russian oil, such as Germany, have opposed this. The United States and Britain, both far less reliant on Russian crude oil, have both announced sanctions on oil imports. Philippine volcano spews ash and steam, evacuation underway. A small volcano in the scenic lake near the Philippine capital blew a white plume of steam and ash 1.5 kilometers into the sky in a brief but powerful explosion Saturday, prompting authorities to raise the alert level and evacuate hundreds of residents from high-risk villages. Magma came into contact with water in the main crater of Taal volcano in Batangas province, setting off the steam-driven blast that was followed by smaller emissions and accompanied by volcanic earthquakes, the Philippine Institute for Volcanology and Seismology said. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.